Welcome to the Marketing Minute. I would like to share some ideas on how to have a more effective Zoom meeting. And these are ideas primarily from my work in focus groups of many years. So keep that in mind. Not all meetings on Zoom have the same purpose. So one of the things to think about is, what is your purpose? If your objective is to have people sharing and engaging in the conversation, that's one thing. If you want to get new ideas, that's another thing. And again, their participation. So that's the context I'm going to share things with you. The other thing is you want to set up the rules. So you lay out your rules. A couple things to keep in mind that are important when you're generating ideas are to have no judging or evaluation at this stage. And another point is that people are allowed to build on each other's ideas. Third major area is to calculate the airtime, and that's something that I've found very few people do, and I learned that from one of my PhD friends several years ago. So when you are going to put together a meeting with a number of people, think about how much airtime you're going to have. If you have 60 minutes and you have 6 people, well, in essence, that gives people 10 minutes. You're going to have some startup time, you're going to have some wrap-up time, you're going to have some other things. So calculate your airtime. You need to make sure that people have enough time to speak, or they're going to be very frustrated and disappointed and not want to participate again. So you need to calculate all of that, and you need to give people a decent amount of time. So calculate airtime. Last thing is sharing. So one of the things to do is encourage people to take notes. They're in the Zoom meeting, but have them take notes on paper so that it's private at this point. They don't share it yet, because a lot of times people will jump all over ideas. So first you want them to think of their ideas and get things out of their head first before you engage in building on each other's ideas. So the other thing that you can encourage them to do is to type their comments into chat, but not hit the send button until you tell them to send. And also you could set up a Google document file where they could be putting information. I think that's a little better if you're going to be reviewing things after. And if you want them to participate, then I probably wouldn't use the Google Docs. And also, if you're using breakout rooms, you have to calculate your airtime for that and how that's going to be set. If you use breakout rooms, have one person facilitate that and make sure that they know how to facilitate, or you give them the procedure for what you expect them to do to facilitate and make sure people are engaged and involved and that everybody gets their time to talk. And then have a note taker as well. It's often better to have a separate note taker. So, in making your Zoom meeting more effective, remember to clarify your purpose, lay out your ground rules, especially in the case where you're generating ideas, and for sure, think about your airtime and figure out how much time your total meeting is and then how much time each person gets. And your breakout rooms are another option, and different ways to share and get people to collect ideas before they share. And then once you do share, you can generate and build off of each other. Thanks.